Hello, Distance Learning Land. Just wanted to check in with you and let you know what's going on with assignment 45, 46, 47, which are going to be due on Sunday, the 3rd of May. So, anyway, for assignment 45, 6-1, 6-2, 6-5, and 6-8. Basically, what you are trying to do is write and interpret some equations from words. And so we've done this before. It's been a while, but basically you're trying to just say, okay, I've got this. I'm going to call it X. I've got this. I'm going to call it Y. If you don't like X and you don't like Y, call it T and Q, call it M and P, whatever it happens to be. Choose what you're going to call something and then work with that through the problem. Usually if I have something like, let me just look at the first one here. You can see in the first one, B and G. Well, B and G for 6-1A pretty obviously becomes B as boys and G as girls. So again, doesn't have to be XY, but you can use XY, you can use BG, you can use whatever you want. From there, 6-7 is a guess and check problem. Try and do a good job on this one. Make sure you find the answer because you're going to need it again for 6-14 in assignment 46. 6-9, basically you're solving a system of equations with the equal value method. Again, go back and check your video on equal value method from last week if that becomes a problem. Check that system of equations packet. 6-10 is checking a tile pattern. Again, you've got some tile pattern. They want to know, if I plug in this for X, do I get the right Y? Or vice versa. If I plug this in for Y, do I get the right X? And then finally, 6-12 is solving for Y, which is going to give you a Y equals mx plus b type pattern. And then they want you to tell what is the growth factor. The growth factor, again, is the m. It's the slope. And then what is the y-intercept? Again, the y-intercept is the b of that particular y equals mx plus b equation. All right, so that should take care of assignment 45. Assignment 46, 6-13, is to determine which math equation makes the words to it correct. And so basically you're just matching. You've got some equations on the left and you've got some words on the right. Basically you're trying to take the words and get them to match the equation. 6-14 again goes with 6-7, so you will want to have 6-7 done before you move on to 6-14. Just has to deal with that guess and check problem that you did on assignment 45. For 6-15A, you're setting up two equations, then solving their system. I like the equal values method. I'm going to give you a hint. I like the equal value method on this particular setup, but you don't have to do it with the equal values method. You could use a graph. You could use substitution. It's up to you, but I'm going to give you the hint. I would go with equal value method. For B, you want to set up two equations to solve for the system. I like the substitution method on this one. You don't have to do it that way, but I think it's going to be easiest for you in the long run. And then C, you only need to set up one equation and then solve that. So 6-16, you're solving for X. For A, you're going to need to distribute that first. Okay, so make sure you do the distribution on the parentheses. And once you get that done, you should be able to solve it pretty easily. For B, again, you've got a proportions problem. This over this equals that over that. So what you want to do here is cross multiply. Once you've cross multiplied, solve for your X at that point. For 617, you have a solution of a system of equations through graphing. The graph is already given there for you. If you want to do it through substitution or through equal value method, you may do it that way, but it's all set up to do it for the graph. If you don't like the graph, do it one of your other ways. But 618 is an evaluation type problem. When you do an evaluation, again, you just take what's given, x is -2, you plug it in to the equation. Anywhere there's an x, plug in a -2, and then see what it all spits out once you run through all the calculations. Remember to follow those order of operations in order to do it correctly. And then finally, assignment 47, 624 is solving a system of equations. I would go with the substitution method on this one. Don't have to, obviously, but that's my recommendation. For 625, A is set up very nicely for either the graph method or the substitution method. I leave that up to you. There is a piece of graph paper on the back of the assignment if you prefer that. And then for 625B, solving that system would be done equally as easily with either the graph method or the addition method, the last method that we learned how to do those. Again, both of these are solutions to systems of equations. So again, take your time, review your videos if that helps. 626 is writing expressions from words. I know some of you struggle with this, but it's just a matter of picking out from the words the important parts that would give us a mathematical equation. And then 627 is writing some expressions, then solving for the number of nickels and pennies. Again, you want to write an equation, put in what you know, things you want to remember. A nickel is 5 cents, a penny is 1 cent. So those become important factors in setting up your equation. And then lastly, you could also do that with the guess and check method if that works best for you. Again, you know how to get a hold of me. If you can't remember, I'm going to put down one more time. T. Wyrick at auhsd.net. If you need any help, please get a hold of me. These are the hints that I can give you. You should know how to do all these problems at this point. But if one comes up, man, Mr. Wyrick, I just don't get 625. Shoot me a quick email. We'll talk about it. I'll send you a couple more hints, see if that helps. But that's it for the rest of this week. That'll be due Sunday, again, May 3rd. Have a great day.